This is Yohhamgambal. We're back playing Shadow Hearts. Last time we made it all the way to the very tippy top of this tower to fight Albert, who is trying to summon a god from another world. From Nematol, I guess. But we gotta stop him though, because if this god gets here, he'll destroy everything. And we can't have that happen. Not on my watch. Yes, you do seem to have a intertwined fate, you two. What if someone's version of fun, though, was being a prick? Then they couldn't have fun in that world. But okay. I mean, that's probably a good thing, but... I don't know why, but I kind of like how they came to a gentlemanly agreement where it's like, you know, if you win, no hard deals. If I win, you know, that's just how it is, okay? Don't, you know, just a gentlemanly fight. You know, to save the world. And here we go. We are fighting Albert for the last time. But he is very much ready for us because this time he is transformed into his final form. Well, he will be in a second. He is transformed into his Messiah. So that's what that is. That grotesque thing is Messiah. Is called Messiah. It's gross looking. And he still has this move where it'll take a bunch of SP away from you, which is actually really annoying. But he's not too hard if you trained up. And I mean, we have the Seraphic Radiance, which is the hardest boss in the game. And if you're able to get that, pretty much everything else is easy. But, so Albert's final form gained through the power from the evil castle of deranged gods. So, yeah, he has 6,000 HP. He's a non-element, and he still has all the same abilities as before, Holy Crest. But he does gain exclamation, exclamation, exclamation mark. And he has status abnormality. So, he's not too hard though, but he can hit actually pretty hard though. If you're at a lower level, this can be a little difficult. But it won't be for me because one, I have the Mind's Eye. I have two characters with Mind's Eye on it. And I have Seraphic Radiance. I don't know if I used the Seraphic, I don't remember if I used the Seraphic Radiance or Pharaon though. Since it would be actually easier if I just made all my characters have a 30% physical boost. And then Alice is, of course, on healing duty. And his status abnormality would be dangerous, but because we have crucifixes on, we're immune to all status afflictions. Yeah, there we go. See? Yeah, and this fight will go down pretty quickly. He can be a little tricky, though. I mean, his holy, what's that move again called? What's it called? The Holy Chest. The Holy Chest can be dangerous because, you know, that can make your characters go berserk, and that's not great. But other than that, though, if you have characters with Mind's Eye and you just pump them full of, if you power them up with a physical attack, you can take care of Albert fairly quickly. He has a bit of life, though, so it takes a little bit of time to get him down. But yeah, though, you definitely want to have at least one healing character, and Alice is without a doubt the best one to have. And Haley's good too because he does have revive, and he can also heal too. So here's probably the most dangerous move he has though, just because it takes you down to 1 HP, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it takes you down to 1 HP. I like how he sits on his own hand though. He's like a bird. It's kind of weird. He's like he has like gigantism in one of his arms. One wing, so he's kind of like Sephiroth, and then maggots on his head. Not really a good look, Albert, honestly. I think, I thought the dapper, gentlemanly British look was probably doing a lot more for you, but, you know, what do I know? I'm not a genius mad scholar with dark arts. But yeah, though, this fight isn't too hard if you're ready. It really helps to have the crucifix, though. Here, yeah. Again, the Holy Chest is probably the most annoying ability he has, just because if you go berserk, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Plus, if you go, it makes it a little difficult because Yuri he needs to have a certain amount of SP to transform into, his stronger forms. So otherwise, it just doesn't work. But yeah, it's okay. And this should be it. Look at that damage, Okay, no, Haley's probably gonna finish him off. Yeah, look at he's barely holding on. He's just levitating on his own hand. Ugh, gross. That string of goo. That is so gross. And he T-posed away. Well, actually, I think he was trying to dab. Fortunately, you can't dab on me. And we get Silver Hand and a good amount of experience, but it doesn't matter though. Well, Albert, good show that was. And dramatically lay down on the stairs. Even though Albert was an evil bastard, he had a sense of class to him that, you just can't understate. Anyways, though, it is time for the final battle. Make sure you are prepared with your final party. And here we go. This is the final boss of the game. This is Meta God. So, yeah, this is the final boss. Unknown life form referred to as God by many people throughout the ages. Appears in front of those who try to discover the true purpose of Mad God's castle. So that's 12,500 HP. And this fight can actually be extremely difficult, but I'm totally going to curb stomp it with a couple of tricks. So here's one of its attacks. It likes to do that. It also loves to do status afflictions, so you really need to make sure you have the crucifixes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to completely curb stomp him with some items we've collected throughout the game that I haven't used yet. Specifically, so first thing we need to do is use... Now, where is it? We need to use the which one is it? I was trying to make sure I do it right. Because if you do it wrong, then you mess up. Okay, so we need to use this item first. The Silver Hand. And that makes our hit area completely 100%. So no matter where we hit on it, it will always be 100%. And then the next thing you need to do is use either one of these, but we're going to go for the White Tiger Hair, I think. Or, no, Black Tortoise Wing. Choose one past me. I think I was just making sure I was doing this right, because I had to re-record this part because I messed up on it, because I chose the wrong items. And then we're going to use the Black Dragon Horn, which makes the area smaller, but like triples our attack. But our thing is still 100%, so it doesn't matter. From the Silver Hand. And then we're just going to have Alice heal everybody real quick, because we took damage from that initial attack. He also has a special attack that I actually didn't get to show, that will attack everybody, but that's always a different element. That it can be any one of the elements in the game. Oh, here it is. No, he did use it. Okay, so this is the Yellow Abyss. But there's other versions of it too. There's the Red Abyss, which is obviously fire. The yellow one is wind. But then, you know, there's also like the Black Abyss. There's a green version, a red version, a white version. So yeah. So anyways, now with the key to now we use oh, I didn't do it right. I was supposed to use the key to success. That's okay. So yeah. I think I messed up right there. I was supposed to use the key to... I was supposed to use the 7th key, and then it would go around 7 times. But as you saw there, I did 888 damage with one attack. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, just going to use this again. Phoenix Talon. So yep, our attack is now doubled, and I think we still have the triple from before, too. Oh, no, now we don't anymore. We don't have the triple anymore, but that's okay, because now we can use the 7th key. And because of the Silver Hand before, we can just do this. And so now we're just going to get a whole bunch of this. With the Seraphic Radiance. So let's see, this will be 2. 3. You can completely wipe pretty much any boss out like this. 4. Look at 999 damage. Alright, going for 5. And this should be 6. And we killed him on the 6th round. So, yeah, you can completely obliterate the final boss by being a cheapo like me. It's great. It feels so good. He's actually a lot harder if you don't do it like that, but, you know, I was just being a dick. And there we go. World saved. Hoorah.
And so, our battle came to an end. The god, awakened by human hands, was returned to sleep once again by human hands. On the morning after, a refreshing breeze blew across Wales, and the horrible events leading up to yesterday seemed like nothing more than a bad dream. Soon, it was time to say farewell to everyone. Keith, our handsome vampire, grew weary of the hustle and bustle of the outside world, and so he returned once again to his peaceful castle in Transylvania. I wonder how many centuries he'll sleep this time. Good night, and sweet dreams, dear friend. Master Zhuzhen, our brave Taoist adept, has gone back to Shanghai to mend the disruptions in the energy fields of China. You taught us so much, Master Zhuzhen. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and please, try not to overexert yourself. Our beloved spy for hire said she planned to go home to Paris, but she joked about how her next assignment was probably already waiting for her. So, there's no telling where she might be right now. Hallie, that cute little street boy we met in London, set sail from Southampton with his mother, Kodelka, to find his long-lost father in America. Finally, they'll be able to live together as a family. I pray you'll all find happiness. As for me, I'm headed for Zurich, where my mother's waiting. With Yuri, of course.
And there we go, folks. That is Shadow Hearts. Whew, man, I absolutely love Shadow Hearts. I dare say it's probably one of my more favorite RPGs, right next to the Shin Megami Tensei line of RPGs, which have quickly become my favorite too. So what can I say about this game? I think this is a super underrated game from, obviously the PlayStation 2 era, which has so many great which has so many RPGs. But I think specifically the Shadow Hearts is great because there's what I loved about the Shadow Hearts series is, Kadelka, and then you have this game, and then you have Shadow Hearts 2, and then 3, which I think all have awesome stories and I think are just great. I love the characters. I love the combat. I think the idea of transforming into I think what they did with the demon transformation and the SP was so great. The characters, I think, are also just hilarious. Specifically, in the next couple games, the characters, there are some absolutely crazy characters we meet in the second and specifically the third game. Holy crap, but it's great. I think the Shadow Hearts series is a super underappreciated series of RPGs. I hope you had a great time watching it. I had just an absolute blast sharing this game with you. I can't wait to when I get to do the next game in the continuation. But make sure you stay to the end of the credits because right now we are going to see we're going to see the good ending. But of course, though, this is Shadow Hearts, so that's not the canonical ending. The canonical ending is the one where we don't save Alice from the curse. But this is the ending where we do save her. So this is like in an alternate timeline where she's all I guess maybe theoretically this ending becomes true eventually, but not right now. Right now it is not the ending that continues the story. The ending where Alice is still cursed by the 4 masks is the ending that continues on the story in the Shadow Hearts 2 Covenant. So make sure you stay to the end of that, to the end of the credits, or just skip around, whatever you wish. But I will see you next time as we continue as we start a brand new LP, and I hope you enjoyed this. So this has been Yohhamgambal. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Okay, bye then.
As the warlock said in the end, even if an age of winter comes bringing the harshest hardships, I intend to live on with my new family.
As the warlock said in the end, even if another age of storms buffets this world, I intend to go on living and fighting for you who freed me from the darkness, for the one I love.